What's up YouTube, ShavedApe here with the first episode of a new series that I have no idea what to call, so I'm going to call it Monkey Thoughts. As you can probably see, this is a Medal of Honor gameplay for you, and I'm going to talk you through some of the thought processes that I have, maybe give you some of the reasons why I do some things and that sort of thing. Now, some of these videos will be where I watched a video back and talked through what I think I was thinking at the time, but some of them will actually be recorded gameplay thoughts as well. So what I'm going to try and do over the series is try and get some live thought processes going as well. Sometimes it'll be raging, so what you'll get, chances are, is monkey thoughts, the thoughts of a raging ape, no doubt. But the idea being that I want to show you what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. Well, I'm obviously covering that back door there. Oh dear God, already innuendos coming in. Yeah, I'm obviously watching the archway there because I know someone's going to come through. Saw him come through, didn't get the shot the first time, got him the second time. Watch the doorway again, no one coming. But I'm going to cover myself again. I'm going to make sure I can still see that archway. Bomb hasn't been armed, but I heard people shooting behind me, so I want to make sure it's clear. Oh no, look, there he was trying to plant. And then I'm going to try and get that guy. Got flashbang, so I'm dropping to the ground. Why drop to the ground? Because it's harder for them to spot me. You know, if I'm up against a wall or something, maybe I won't get shot quite as quickly. I mean, dropping to prone probably isn't your best option because you are an easier headshot, but at the same time, if you've just been flashbanged and they're coming running into the room expecting to shotgun you or whatever, the last place they're looking is on the ground. They're looking, usual way, body, head height sort of thing. Then they're going to look down. Or by that point, that flash might have dissuaded a little bit and I might be able to shoot them. There, gotta say, kind of missed that guy, didn't see him, and then I didn't see that guy either, but fortunately I caught him in my peripheral vision, if you like, and yeah, took the shot because of it. Running back down here, why? Because I know they're still likely to come through that doorway, but I'm covering that bomb. I want to make sure no one's going on the bomb, and now I'm going to make sure no one's coming around here. I saw a shadow, so I'm ready for that. I know there's someone around there somewhere. But I've decided, sod it, I'm going back to my buddy again. I still want to keep my buddy in sight. I want to know where he is so I can help him. Got shot from behind. I'm going to obviously turn around, but it doesn't pay off this time. He did get me with his high-powered ammunition. Something that I'm clearly forgetting to use a lot of the time with the point man that maybe I'll get used to using. But, I'm not sure I'll be playing point man all the time. It was just that I haven't played much of anything else for a while other than assaulter, so time for a bit of point man. And there you saw me take the guy out on the right, or on the left, sorry, but as I ran past I checked behind me before I checked there. I'm making sure if I go this way and check that arch and then come around, I've got some cover to my right, I've got some cover in front of me, and I can take the shot, unlike my buddy there who's just stood out in the open. So he's more likely to get shot. I want cover. I want as much cover as I can get. I'm watching those angles. I'm thinking, what if someone tries to come in from the side, come in from behind? Yeah. I'm even when I'm saying from behind, I'm hearing the innuendos that I would hear on comms if I continued to say that statement. But fortunately, I'm not on comms right now, so fuck you. And you know who you are. Anyway, moving on, I'm going to now go and check. Obviously, I know that marketplacey bit down there is a bit iffy, so I'm going checking that. I want to see if anyone's trying to sneak through there. They've not been able to get the bomb yet, so I may as well go and stop them pushing through this area. And my buddy's here again. Again, I want to stay relatively close to him. I need him sometimes for ammo. I need him for, the odd things. And of course, I've just launched my mortar attack because I know there could be people around that corner. Why not? Why am I going this way? Because they could push through that tunnel and I don't want to be getting shot through that tunnel either. See someone in the distance, going to take a shot. Should have used high powered. I've got to say, if you're going to use high powered with the point man, that's probably the time you should be using it. You don't quite have the range you've got with, say, an assaulter rifle, an assaulter or what have you. So, and while you can get some range, your bullets don't quite do as much damage over that range. So using the high-powered ammunition gives you that extra range, I guess. It gives you that extra buff to the hit that you're taking, and you'll get a couple of shots quicker because you're using the high powered ammunition. That's my thoughts anyway, and I'm not a big, I've not played Point Man that much, so maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's certainly when I would find myself switching to high powered ammunition a bit more, when I know the shot's just that little bit out of target or a little bit out of range for me. Again, watching those two tunnels, and I paid for it in the end. Resupply my buddy because I've just spawned in. Check where the guy came from. Check to the right. Make sure he's not behind the boxes. And unfortunately, didn't realise we'd lost the bomb at that point. So I'm still covering this area and realised we've lost the bomb. So now I'm going in. But I'm obviously thinking, well, where's the enemy going to be? Didn't realise they'd got it. So they're obviously going to be in front of me rather than behind me. I need to cover myself. Threw a flashbang up because I'm expecting people at the top of these stairs and I want to cover that. There's one. There's one. I would actually expect someone to my left here, but for some weird reason, don't worry about him. And there was someone over to my left there. Now I'm expecting someone coming through that opening. Didn't, but I'm still going to cover it. See one of ours, I know it's safe, so I'm going to go this way instead. Seeing where the bomb is, they're obviously further this way. Clocked a PDM wire, going to chop that off. And then I'm thinking, oh, sniper's going to be upstairs. If there's a PDM there, there's going to be a sniper upstairs. And there was someone upstairs. There he was. Unfortunately, I do throw a flashbang here. I've not paid attention to my minimap, and I pay for it in a second. But I still get that fucker and then pay for it because I've not paid attention to my minimap, and he did run in behind me. My own fault for not checking my minimap. Why are we not disarming the bombs? Fucking nubs. It's not fucking rocket science. It says disarm the fucking bomb.
Thanks.
This guy was like, what the fuck? And then realised he had high powered ammunition. So he kind of deserved to kill me. High powered ammunition will take you down really, really quickly, even though it does have slightly more recoil. Expecting someone there, but no. So I know that if they're not there, they're on the bomb. And oh look, they are on the bomb. So let's take those two out. And you saw there, I let the gun recoil upwards. I was hitting him in the body. I wanted to hit him in the head, so I may as well let the recoil climb up. Maybe I'll get him in the head and get the shot. That one, I was a little bit shocked he got that shot. I mean, that's quite a good shot, especially with the bushes being in the way and so on. Again, I'm going back to this bomb. I want to get this bomb sorted out. Perhaps should have thrown a flashbang, but I got the Raven up there so I can check the minimap, see where the enemy is. There's one over to the right, but people are shooting him anyway. And I'm going for this bomb. I want to get it defused. Now, you can see that in a moment, their mortar's coming down. I'm taking a risk here, disarming while there's a mortar coming down, but it's got to be worth the risk. The bomb's going to go otherwise. No one else is disarming. I'm going to take the risk. It's worth the death. If I can disarm, it gets disarmed. If I get killed, well, fair enough. It was only a death, but maybe I'll get the disarm because the mortar will miss me. So it's got to be worth the chance. I'm going to throw a flashbang down those stairs because that's where I just got shot at from. And then I'm going to pre-fire the stairs. There you go. Want to make sure no one's there. And then actually, there he is. And he got me. Fair enough. Check my left. I saw someone running right. He didn't get shot at. So I'm going to check to the left. Make sure there's no one there. See PDM on the ground. So we're going to shoot that. And then what am I thinking? Well, it's probably going to be a sniper around this corner, isn't there? Because... And there he was, you see. I'm going to switch to high-powered ammunition. I'm thinking range. Maybe if I stick the high-powered on, I can get that shot, that little bit of range shot that I want. I've lost my fire team buddy at this point. There he goes. He's going to spawn in, but then choose to fall back. Doesn't want to spawn on me? Fine. If he doesn't want to spawn on me, he doesn't have to. He was about to try, but I was in the middle of combat, so I'll back off most of the time, but not all the time. Now, here I'm just making sure they don't push through to this bomb. It seems like my team isn't trying to push them back, and I want to make sure that they get pushed back. Here I get a bit frag greedy, I think. I should, realistically, have backed off a little bit, but no, I want the frags, and I pay for it because of it. Now, I see bullets going off to the right. What am I going to do? I'm going to check that right corner, but I'm not going to just step out like most people. Now I'm going to run because he was in the middle of a grenade throw. And you saw it come up on screen, and now I'm covering the back entrance again. Yes, I know. But there he goes. He's gonna flashbang over this wall. Why? Because I know there's someone else up there. So I'm expecting my flashbang to do the job. It did, but actually didn't get him. You see the guy just behind him covering his face. So he got flashbanged. Unfortunately, the other guy didn't. Again, I'm flashbanging the wall. Unfortunately, it caught the wall and it let me down. And actually, there's that fucking many of them here. Had I got that flashbang, I would have had a rack of kills. Threw the flashbang by mistake. Used the shotgun because of close quarters. And now I've forgotten to change back, in all honesty. But I'll take a shot at it anyway. And then I die because I was taking a shot from range when I should have switched my gun. Gonna throw the Raven again. I want to see where the enemy is. Well, you know, so it's maybe time for Raven throw again. Oh no, maybe not. I thought I was gonna throw the Raven there, but I didn't. I'm gonna flashbang down there though. I'm gonna make that a bit harder to get away with camping. There we go. He's now dead because that guy got him. I want to protect this guy. I just had a bad shot. I was aiming at his fucking knees when I should have been aiming, you know, at his head. There goes the Raven. I knew it was coming. I want to see where that enemy is again. So I'm going to watch that fucking mini-map again. No one on the bomb. So actually we should all be pushing that fucking bomb right now. And I'm just going to cover the doorway just to make sure that people can get the bomb. Spotted someone to the left. So of course I'm going to take that shot. And there you go. So hopefully guys, you enjoy what I've just done. Let me know what you think. I'm going to run out of videos, so let me know what you think. This is ShavedApe saying thanks for watching. ShavedApe signing out.